She was not supposed to matter. Not to a man like him, not in a place like that, and definitely not on a night like this. The heart monitor spiked once, sharp, violent, then dipped. "Stay with me." His voice was low, controlled, but something underneath it cracked just enough to be dangerous. Her fingers tightened weakly around his wrist. "You said I'd be fine," she whispered, breath trembling. "I don't make promises I can't keep." But for the first time in years, Dr. Kang Jae-min wasn't sure he could save her, and that terrified him more than any bullet ever had. If you want to find out why the most feared underground doctor in Seoul risked everything for a woman he wasn't even supposed to look at, don't go anywhere. Hit that like button, subscribe, and stay with this story till the end, because what happened next changed both their lives forever. Her name was Amara. She didn't belong in Seoul. Not in the glass towers, not in the cold precision of its hospitals, and certainly not in the hidden world beneath it, the one no one spoke about. She came from Lagos with nothing but a scholarship that barely held together and a body that had started betraying her in quiet, terrifying ways. At first, it was small. Dizziness, sharp chest pains, moments where the world tilted and refused to steady. She ignored it. People like her didn't have the luxury of falling sick. But then came the night everything broke. Rain hammered the streets of Seoul like the sky was angry. Amara stumbled into the emergency unit, soaked, shaking, barely able to breathe. I need help." The nurse barely looked up. "Sit. Wait your turn." But she couldn't. Her knees gave out. And that was when he saw her. Dr. Kang Jae-min wasn't supposed to be there. Men like him didn't work night shifts. They owned them. The hospital wasn't just a hospital, it was a front. Beneath it ran a network of secrets, illegal surgeries, and powerful men who trusted only one person to keep them alive. Him. He walked past dozens of patients every day without seeing them. But that night, something made him stop. Amara hit the floor, and he moved before anyone else did. "Clear the way." His voice cut through the room like a blade. Within seconds, she was on a gurney, rushed into a restricted section no regular patient ever saw. "Vitals dropping," a nurse said. "Run a full scan. Now." He didn't know why he was doing this. He didn't ask. He just acted, because something about her felt wrong. Not medically, personally, like fate had made a mistake by bringing her here, and he intended to fix it. If you're already feeling this story pulling you in, go ahead and hit like right now. It helps more people find stories like this, and trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Hours passed. Machines beeped steadily. Amara lay unconscious, her breathing shallow but stable. Dr. Kang stood beside her longer than necessary, longer than appropriate, longer than safe. "She's not one of ours," his assistant said carefully. "I know." "Then why is she here?" He didn't answer, because he didn't have one, until he looked at her again, and said quietly, "Because she's mine now." That should have been the end of it. A temporary moment, a passing decision. But it wasn't, because when Amara woke up, everything changed. Her eyes opened slowly, confusion clouding them. The first thing she saw was him. Sharp suit, cold eyes, control in every inch of his posture. "Where am I?" she whispered. "Alive," he said. Not comforting, not gentle, but somehow it grounded her. "You collapsed. Your condition is serious." She swallowed. "I don't have money for." "You don't need it." That made her pause. Nothing in life was free. Why? A simple question, one he should have ignored. But instead, he stepped closer, and for a moment, his voice softened. "Because I said so." That was the first time she looked at him properly, and something in her chest shifted. Not fear, not exactly. Something more dangerous. Recognition. As if, somehow, she had just stepped into a story she wasn't supposed to survive. If you're still here, comment Amara below. I want to know who's really watching till this point, because things are about to get intense. Days turned into nights. Amara stayed. Not by choice at first. Then, not entirely against it either. Her condition required constant monitoring. A rare cardiac complication. Unpredictable. Deadly. And for reasons no one understood. Dr. Kang personally oversaw her treatment. That alone started rumors. Why her? Who is she? What is she to him? Questions whispered in corners. Questions that reached ears they shouldn't have. Because in Dr. Kang's world, attention was dangerous. Especially the kind tied to affection. One night, Amara found him in the observation room, watching her scans. Not sleeping, not resting, just there. You don't have to do this, she said softly. He didn't turn. Yes, I do. Why? This time, he answered. Because if I don't, you die? Silence followed. Heavy. Then she said something that changed everything. And if I die, why does that matter to you? He finally looked at her. Really looked. And for the first time, there was no mask. No control. Just something raw. I haven't figured that out yet. And that was the beginning of the end. Because in a world built on power, control, and survival, love was the most dangerous weakness of all. If you're enjoying this, don't forget to subscribe right now, because this story is only getting started, and you don't want to miss what happens when his enemies find out about her. 1 week later, they did. And when they came for Amara, they didn't knock. Subscribe now so you don't miss out on episode 2 shortly. Subscribe now. That's the only way you can support us keep creating mind-blowing Afro-Korean stories. Thanks for subscribing. Watch out for episode 2.